worry about it. Now, no, don't do that. Listen to me. Listen to me. Don't do this. You've done nothing wrong. You felt uncomfortable, so you removed yourself from the situation. That's sensible. There was hardly anybody there anyway. Nobody is going to remember on Monday. It's fine, but...
Well, that was a fucking shambles.
Get out. You're not helping.
No.
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't come in here and start something.
She's the one who started something. You saw what happened back there. She's clearly not ready for these kinds of situations.
She was just nervous. It's fine to be nervous. You need to just face the fear and do it anyway.
And then, when everything goes horribly wrong, think, hey, maybe the fear was there for a reason.
She was doing fine.
Up until she wasn't. You had her right there. Willing, consenting, just the right amount of drunk. How do you think that your flaws are cute quirks rather than actual problems? And you just walk away.
It's fine. There is nothing wrong with knowing that something isn't going to work out and then walking away before anything can happen.
But she's the reason that stuff doesn't work out. She doesn't even try. She runs away before anything even happens. No, in a way, it's genius. Because this way you never actually have to know.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. If she runs away from any tricky situation, and before even finding out whether it is going to make an appearance, how could she possibly know how it could have gone? Would there have been a reaction? Would there have even been anything for them to react to? We'll never know. So you can just imagine that it all would have gone horribly wrong. You pat yourself on the back from running away from the big bad danger. I mean, what use are you if you can't talk? If you can't share your ideas, can't share who you are? No use. So let's just sit here on your sofa. And the next time that you try to go out that door, then you're just going to run away again the second it gets hard.
That's not fair.
Stuff is earned by people who try. And you're not trying, are you? I mean, you like to pretend. You like to listen to this voice of reason and imagine you might be worth something. But you're not. I know that, and deep down I think you know that too. So let's just sit here and wallow.
You are not going to listen to your insecurity right now. You know what she's doing, and you know that she's wrong.
Am I?
You are doing your best. You just need to let your personality shine through.
No one gives a fuck about your personality. Nobody can convey it. Talk with that stammer.
Oh.
What? Don't like the word stammer? Oh, I don't want to admit what you've got, what we've got. Maybe I should use another word. Stutter. Disfluency. Broken. I mean, you might as well name it when it's the only thing that anyone's ever going to remember about you. Let's face it. The most interesting thing about you is the stammer. And you're not even letting people hear it. And speaking of hearing things, can we talk about the fact that your voice of reason sounds like someone off the BBC? What's that then? Eh? Wait, who's this? Is this what you wish you sounded like? Have you given your ideal voice to your voice of reason? Oh, tell me. Is it just the fluency? Or do you wish that you had the accent as well? Because you don't always stammer when you do other accents. Talk about internalizing. Heaven forbid little Miss Perfect sounded like you. Well, if it's an English accent that you want, then we can all be English. I mean, I'm going to need a bit of practice. My accent's a bit dodgy, but we can do this. If this is what you want. If you think you can hide from everyone, then sure, let's do it.
You're being ridiculous. You can't just start talking in another accent. You know people, they would notice.
Okay. I mean, we could always just could ditch our current friends and get new ones. And they would never know the difference. And besides, it's not like your friends would miss you. It's not like you've got real friends to lose anyway.
That is an outright lie.
I'm not the one that's lying to her. You can't have real friends if you're hiding something from them. And let's be honest, if they had the choice between you and, well, anyone else, then they're going to go with them. I mean, please tell me you get that. And why would it be otherwise? Because it's not like anyone's ever going to see anything in you. There's nothing to see. And you think that your friends care about you, that they're interested in what you have to say. No. They pity you.
Your friends love you.
Yeah, but they also love having that friend that makes them feel better about themselves. You're that useless, pathetic one that makes them look good by comparison.
You are not going to listen to her. You know what she's doing. She's trying to make you at your lowest so you completely spiral.
I'm just being realistic. I know the truth of the situation. I'm not pretending everything's hunky-dory and everything's going to be fine. I'm not ignoring everything.
I'm not ignoring anything. I am just saying we should make the most of the cards that we've been dealt.
Make the most of it.
Yes.
Of the stammer.
Yes.
Of the disability.
Yes.
How? By pretending that the world is something it's not. Life isn't easy. And what, we're just supposed to act like everyone's always going to be so accepting? Not like act like they don't laugh at us, pity us, cast us aside, hang up on us, be thankful they aren't us. People don't understand.
Well, we can teach them.
Yeah, because everyone wants to be friends with a disabled person that's constantly trying to educate them. A stammer is just an inconvenience to them. Oh, I had to wait 30 seconds longer in line because the person in front of me was taking ages to order. I just wanted to know how much my shopping cost, but they had someone on the tills that couldn't talk properly. What a disgrace. Why should I be inconvenienced by the fact that they're broken?
Yes, most people try and understand that, but you always focus on the one negative response, and it's the hundreds of positives or neutral responses.
How you're taking positive responses at face value.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Basic human psychology. No matter what they say, no one is going to accept the stammer. Sure, they put up a great pretense, waiting, listening, and then a little jabs start to filter in. Oh, you didn't stammer at all then. Oh, your stammer's getting far better. And that's when you know that that's all that they're focusing on every time you talk. And then they're all like, oh, it's fine. Oh, you don't stammer that much. I hardly noticed it. Oh, it's fine, is it? I didn't realise it was fine. I mean, it's not like I have to live with it, but it's fine for you. Great, good for you. Glad it's not a problem for you. It's not like you have to deal with it every day. It's not like you need to go into a coffee shop and not be certain that you'll be able to speak. It's not like you're having a conversation and you're not sure if your mouth is going to be working that day. But it's fine for you. So I guess I'm cured. Turns out, all I needed was for a fluent person to tell me I was fine. Fuck
all the negative thoughts. Fuck the panic whenever we're waiting to speak. Fuck the fear whenever the phone rings. Fuck the shame when we're having a conversation and then we stammer and we reveal how much of a failure we are. This random flare person who has no idea what we go through said we're fine. Hallelujah.
People don't understand, but we can't silo ourselves.
So what? That means we need to act like we don't stammer just to make things easier for the people that already have it so much easier. Can't pretend we're normal. It's almost worse when people believe that. And people believe the facade that we're fine, that it doesn't affect us. Of course it affects us. Because it doesn't matter how you justify it, does it? We're different, we're broken, part of us just doesn't work properly. And fuck them for trying to pretend otherwise. They've decided that the stammer only exists when they can see it. But it's always right here, waiting, lurking, ready to strike just when we don't want it to. They don't get it. They never will get it, and I'm sick of it being invalidated.
It's not being invalidated.
I'm allowed to be angry! And I am. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm ashamed. And then, I'm ashamed of being ashamed. I'm frustrated that I'm frustrated. I'm angry that I'm angry.
You think I'm not angry? You think I don't see it? That we are the 1% that has to deal with this? That we are constantly downplayed so we can be socially acceptable? You think I don't see? And we have to carry on. We've got to prove them wrong. We've got to be the example.
And what if we can't be?
Well, if not us, then who?
There shouldn't be our responsibility, not on top of everything else.
But it is.
I'm so tired.
I know.